Okay. Hey, what's good? What's good? What's good, everybody? Welcome. Come on in. Come on in. So, man, pet peeve, dating apps. There's a lot of things we can talk about dating apps. Look, I'm single and I'm not out and about like I used to be, especially since COVID. And I'm gonna be honest, I'm a bit funny about going out as much, you know, especially you know, you just never know if I have had COVID once and it wasn't fun. And so, you know, this whole dating with the past since early COVID has really put things kind of on halt a little bit. Um Now, it doesn't mean that you can't date. We all need to date, as far as like talking to people and just enjoying our lives and trying to meet the person that you want to be with. And of course, you want to date with a purpose. Most of us, many of us, want to be married one day and have children and just do the family thing. But these dating apps, uh, I don't know if they bring the best out of us. I'm not sure if the dating apps really bring the out of people. I mean, it's a it's a crazy market, because it's crazy. One thing I do notice is that women that I might normally talk to, like that I might see every day, that I would talk to on a dating app, I'm more reluctant to talk to those same women because I don't know them. That's number one. And you realize how selective you are and how picky you are. I didn't realize how picky I was until I started using the dating apps. Um, I'm not going to go through which dating apps is good or which dating apps is bad because practically, I'm gonna be honest. To me, they all seem the same. Uh, so yeah, so like I didn't realize how selective I was. I didn't realize how picky I was. Prior to COVID, you know, I always felt like I had an open mind when it came to dating, when it came to women, the types of women that I choose. I've always, you always have your preferences, but I think the dating apps really reveal what you really, really like because now most people are going for the people that their first choice. They're gonna go for their first choice. And uh a lot of times you miss out on a lot of good people because you everybody's going for the prettiest one or the most handsome one you can find or whatever, yada yada. And this uh just to keep it open, I'm not gonna make I want to make I don't want to make this gender specific, even though I am a man and I'm going to talk from a man's point of view. But I want to keep this open and as generic as possible. Um, as far as I think men and women are kind of going through very similar things when it comes to dating apps. And I just wanted to point out some things. I'm not a relationship guru or anything like that. But there's a lot of things that I've noticed since I've been on them. And I've noticed the first thing, like I said before, like, man, like we've gotten so picky, like we will overlook so many. Now my, I have my preferences that are always going to have, but there's things that we can overlook when we know a person or when we meet people outside on a day-to-day basis because now you're dealing with personality. And sometimes a lot of times personality can override all of those little things that not you wouldn't necessarily it might override the things that you wouldn't necessarily the things that you necessarily don't like. Um, the little things, the little quirks about. you, and we all have them. For me, moles. I don't know what it is about moles that I just don't like. And no matter how beautiful the woman is, like if I see a mole, it just sends me the opposite direction. It's just something I just can't get over. And that's something I've always had, even since I was a kid. I've always had that. Like, it'll be a beautiful woman, and if she had a mole, especially if it was on her face or something like that, I would just be dis I wouldn't be attracted as much. I mean, you still I would still know that she's pretty, but I just wouldn't go for it. The mole thing was just a big thing for me. But I, these dating apps really reveal how much how picky you really are, you know what I'm saying? Um, so let's get into it. We can definitely get into it. I'm waiting for people to get on. If you just jumping on, welcome, welcome. And please don't forget to like and subscribe. Uh, please click the bell at the bottom so that you can always get more. I'm going to do more of these videos. Uh, so hit the bell, like, subscribe. Please share with your friends. I know you have friends that are in the dating pool, because there's a lot of people out here just trying to find the right person, or trying to meet the right woman, trying to meet the right man. And oh, yeah, we're just everybody's trying to do the best they can. And that's what I believe. I believe everybody's trying to do the best they can. I don't think that everybody is out here trying to scam each other and all that kind of stuff. Even though we do have a handful of people out here trying to scam each other. And I'll talk about that because, like, even in the dating apps, I'm noticing a lot of scammers. And yeah, let's talk about that now. I've noticed you got a lot of people trying to push their business, and this is no hit on women. I notice a lot of women that are getting into the uh, you know, therapy, massage therapy, and all that kind of stuff, and they're really trying to push their business on men, as far as through the dating apps. And one is really annoying. Number one, and number two, that's the wrong place to push that. If you're gonna push something like that, I don't feel that's the place for it. Um, one, that's something that most guys aren't even really interested in anyway. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, not saying that guys aren't interested in it at all, but that's not the place for it. That's just not the place for it. There's a time and place for everything. That's not the place to push your business. Um, and you shouldn't get mad when men are coming at you a certain way. If you're doing most times when I see it, I usually block them. I usually block it because I just don't like it. I don't appreciate it. It comes off disingenuous. It comes off uh, very that you're just after money. You just come off very you're taking all these pics of yourself, and then all that's and then now you're pushing your massage therapy thing to try to bait people in, and it doesn't seem genuine. And that's another thing people want. You want to look on these dating sites, you want to be as genuine as possible. You want to be as you want to be as real as possible, but you want to be the best version of yourself too. You don't want to just get up there and just be, uh, just be ratchet or anything like that. You want to be the best version of yourself. Uh, and if you are a ratchet person, I mean, just then you might need some extra help as far as setting up your profile. And that's something I've noticed. Your profile is your representation to the world. And whether look, people don't really know you, so you really want to put your best foot forward. You don't want people to assume things about you, and people are going to assume things about you anyway, but at least you want to give your best to them first. You want to give your best and show them, hey, look, I'm a nice person. That's number one. I'm a nice person. I think that that's probably one of the biggest things I'm noticing. You When I'm reading a lot of the profiles, and I'm going to speak as a man, reading the profiles of women. A lot of times, I see a little cattiness or a little. It's just this when I'm reading it. It just like sometimes it can rub you the wrong way. A lot of times, and I'll say this as a word of advice: look, there's things that we don't like. There's things that we like, but in the profiles, really focus on the things that you like. You know, don't focus on the negative. On uh don't focus on negative things, okay, in your profile. Just focus on what you do like. You say, I like this, I like that. This is what kind of person I am. We want to hear all the good things about you. Now, of course, when we meet you, we do need to know those negative things, and we'll sort those out. Men will normally, when we meet you, then we'll say, she's like this and she's like that. And we'll grab all that then. But at least if you want at least a chance, a fighting chance, at least put your best foot forward, and and let us hear the good things about you. I don't want to, men don't want to hear stuff like, if you're just here for sex or just here for this, and then press the X. Don't give that. Don't tell people to press the X on you for any, if you're here to waste my time, just press the X. Don't do that, man. Because now you're giving off some negative energy, and a lot of women don't even realize. I know you don't. I know you want to. I know you want to try to eliminate the a negative situation, but what you're doing is really there's a lot of good guys that will see that, and will look at it and be turned off, because now you're pushing something negative now, and they will press the X. I mean, a guy that you would probably date will probably press that X, because now he's turned off. you know, if you don't like big girls, then press the X and move on. If you don't like this, then press the X and move on. That kind of language gives off. It's very catty, and it's just not positive. Those don't give positive vibes. And what you want to do is give uh give positive vibes. Talk about what you do like. You know, do you like to cook? Do you like to, you know, do you like to, I don't know what you like. You like mountain climbing. Some people like to go out and eat and this and that and the other. Talk about the things that you like and focus on those things. Don't focus on the negative things or the things that you don't want. Okay? Because once you start focusing on the things that you don't want, you're gonna get a lot of pushback. And the thing about men, we won't even tell you that we're not gonna talk to you. We just move on. We will move on. And it'll be the guys that you want to talk to that will move on. So that's something that you want to be aware of. And I think there's a lot of pet peeves, I would say. Even when we're taking pictures, make sure you take a picture by yourself. Ladies, please take pictures by yourself. Do not take pictures with your friends. Don't take pictures with your dog. In fact, we don't want to see pictures with your dog. We don't want to see pictures of your dog or your cat or whatever animal you got. Um, yeah, we just want to take a picture of your. We just need to see your face, and we need to see the whole you, your whole, the whole body pic or whatever, and see who you are, and don't shy away from that, and and uh, and the reason why you don't want to take pics with other people, because then it can be confusing. Uh, you might have a friend that's prettier than you, and we might like it just because we might like it just because we're trying to find your friend, and then when we find out that it was you and we're not really into you like that, sadly to say, we might just cut it off, and you might be pretty too, you know what I'm saying? Even if you're pretty, but your friend is prettier, now we just got let down, you know what I'm saying? So never put yourself in a position when you're in competition. So when don't take yeah, just take pictures by yourself. Just take pictures by yourself. And your animals, yeah, don't take pictures with your animals and you kissing your animals. It's gross. Like I don't want to see a woman kissing a dog or kissing a cat or whatever because I know what dogs and cats eat. They eat cat food and dog food, and that stuff stink. It's nasty. And if you kissing that, you kissing it's just gross to me. It really does gross me out, and I'm sure it grosses a lot of guys out. They might not say it, but it's gross to me. That's just something I don't like. And not only that, think about it like this: men are territorial. If you're taking pics with your cat and your dog all the time, or other people, then that's attention that we know that we're not going to get. You know, that means that dog or that cat is men want attention, you know what I'm saying? And that's competition now. Now we have competition. We're going into this with competition, so eliminate the competition for yourself and for the man that your possible man. A man wants to know that he has your undivided attention. When if he likes you, he wants to know that he has your undivided attention. And a dog or a cat isn't going to get in the way or be a nuisance. You know what I'm saying? Not that you can't have a dog or a cat. It's just more of yeah, men want to be the center of your attention, just like you want to be the center of his attention. So it's got to go both ways. It's got to go both ways. You can't expect to be the center of a man's life, and then he's not the center of your life. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, get the cats and dogs out of the way in the pics. We don't need to see them. We don't need to see that you have a dog or cat because it's about you. You're the person we need to see. Um, I think the other thing is uh the emojis and the filters and stuff like that. You know, I've seen a lot of puppy faces and a lot of horns and a lot of kitty cat faces and all that kind of stuff. All right, how shall I say this? Don't do that. Stars and hearts and stuff everywhere in the pics. Look, 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 I'm a man, and most men are looking for adult women. We're not kids anymore, you know what I'm saying? So that's some childish stuff. So then when a man sees that, he says, okay, she has a little girl type mind, you know what I'm saying? It's not really attractive. It's kind of very unattractive. Um, and then not only that, we can't see you. That's the thing. You're hiding something from us. You're hiding your face. When you have these emojis and stuff. We're not saying it's not fun or cool or anything like that. But what you're doing is setting yourself up. You're setting yourself up. All right. So I think the disconnect comes with when women are just trying to have fun and everything. They just think, oh, this is cute, yada yada. But they're not thinking about what the men that are watching, what they're going to see, and they're not thinking about how they're going to interpret that, you know. And if you're trying to gear yourself to find a good man or good woman, it's best to try to look the part as much as possible, you know what I'm saying? Even men, there's things that we do that we could do better, so that we can attract women. But, that's something we'll have to speak to. I can't really speak on that because me being a man, I'm always going to think like a man. I'm just speaking from a man perspective. So, yeah. So, the filters got to go. Filters got to go. We need to see what you look like. And I'm going to say this too, the makeup thing. Okay. There's been a war on should you wear makeup, should you not wear makeup, and the whole thing about the whole makeup thing with when it comes to men, and I'm gonna try to speak the best I can on behalf of men, uh, which is a big thing, a tall order to do. Um, when it comes to the makeup thing, it's not that we hate makeup. That's not the problem. The problem is not that we hate makeup because makeup has its purpose, you know. Um, what the problem is when we can't see who you really are, you know, because a lot of women, when you take that makeup off, you look like a totally different person, and that's the problem. You know, the problem is we're not meeting the person. We want to meet the person. We want to meet who you really are. So, as it comes to makeup, it's not that you don't want to wear any makeup or anything like that, but be mindful when you're putting on makeup that we want to see you. So, I think it's personally for me, I think it's good when a woman really just uses makeup just to accent, just as an accent, just to accent certain parts of her, her like ladies, you know what your best features are. If you have, if you have, you know, nice eyes or something like that, it's nice to accent your eyes. Now, you know what you look like. Don't try to add slits and you don't have chinky eyes like that. You know what I'm saying? Don't try to add something that's not there. But if you know, if you're just trying to embellish what's already there, that's no problem. You know, if you're just trying to add something that's there, or um, that's not a problem. To wear makeup is just the access of, not to wear so much of it. We don't want to be able to. You don't want to feel like there's a whole mask on your face. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, just be mindful of that. Um, I think the other thing, what else is it? I talked about, the negativity and all that kind of stuff. Um, I talked about we talked about what did we talk about? You know, just being very polite. You know what? Men, we like women who are polite. We like just like women. Women, you like men a lot of times who are supposed to be gentlemen and all that kind of stuff, you know? Well, vice versa, men like women who are polite. We don't not m- Most of us are into catty women. Uh we don't like confrontational type women, you know. Uh you know, for the most part, and I'm not saying all this isn't tailored for all men because there are some men that have their quirks too and that, you know, but for the most part, and the purpose of this conversation is to put you in the best situation possible, you know what I'm saying? So, even though there are men who might like things like otherwise, like things other, you know, separate from what we're talking about. Um, I'm talking about the majority of men and how we think, for the most part, you know. So yeah, so you want to put yourself in the best, you want to put your best foot forward, you know. Uh, you could talk about yourself. Well, please don't write a book. In your profile, do not write a long book. Try to keep it as short and simple as possible. You know, um, here's another thing. Don't be a hypocrite. Okay. And what do I mean by don't be a hypocrite? Um, Look, let's be honest. We're all judgmental to a certain degree. We all judge. We see something, we judge what we see. Women do it, men do it. We try to say, oh, don't judge me and all that stuff. No, we all judge. Okay. We might not say it out loud, but we do it. All right. So, what do I mean? Don't be a hypocrite. Um, okay. If you have on your profile that you are a Muslim, a Christian, some type of religion, you know what I'm saying? Please make sure your pictures and your poses and everything match with what you say that you are. You know what I'm saying? Because like if I'm a Christian and I'm looking for a Christian woman, or a Muslim looking for a Muslim woman, and you're out there and you're showing everything, and you don't, what you look like doesn't reflect what you say you are, we're gonna look at you. Men are gonna look at that and be like, you know what? She's for the streets. I'm moving on. And you might be attractive. You might be beautiful, but most men, when we look at that, when we're on dating sites, most of the time we're looking for something long term. Now, if we do hit you, if we do hit you up, if you getting hit a lot of hits, you're getting a lot of guys who are short term, thinking of you as a short term option. That's what they're thinking of you, and that's just, to be honest, you're being treated as short term, and you don't want that. If you're on a dating site and you want to be married and you want to have kids, then you have to look like you want to be married and have kids. So what I would say is, if you're on a dating site and you want to be married, look like a wife. Look like a wife. Look like somebody who's already married. Look like somebody who's married. Look like somebody who has a man. Look like somebody who is a mother. Look like somebody who has children and is teaching children. And that's what men are looking at. Men who want to be married, when they look at when I'll s- look I'll talk about myself first. Okay. When I look at a woman, I'm thinking to myself, if especially if I'm attracted to her, I'm thinking to myself, okay, what would she be like as a wife? What would she be like as a mother? And why is that important? What would she be like as a mother? Because teach the mothers are the first teachers of children. Okay. You know, um, my wife is going to be the person that's going to teach my children before they get to school, before anybody. My wife is going to set the tone of education in my house, so if you look like a thought, I don't want my kids around that. I don't want my kids to see that. If you look, like you for the streets, yo, if you just, sticking your booty out and all that kind of stuff or whatever, and you're wearing the tightest thing ever and the most revealing thing ever, I don't want that as a wife. Men don't want that as a wife, because now we're looking for somebody that's respectful. You know what I'm saying? We're looking for somebody who we can take anywhere. And what I mean anywhere, uh, we want to be able to take you to nice places, you know what I'm saying? That's one thing I look at, when I see women. I say, could I take her to a nice place? Could I take her to a corporate party, a company, my company at my job throws a party, and could I have her on my arm without it looking like I just got some ghetto chick, or some ratchet chick, on my arm? I don't want that on my arm. I want something classy, you know what I'm saying? And that kind of goes into some things, ladies. Please calm. And this. I think I'm gonna get a lot of black backlash for this one, because this is just a personal opinion, and this is not Bible of dating, but there's a lot of tattoos out here, and I mean, tattoos are cool. I don't have any tattoos. Tattoos are cute, cool. Somebody might have a problem with these earrings, but I could take these off, you know what I'm saying? I could take these off and, rock without the earrings, but um the tattoos thing, man, it's a lot of tattoos out here, and there's a lot of women that, I would talk to, and then when I see all them tattoos, I'm just like, nah, I'm good. I mean, like, it's that bad. Like tattoos, all like a whole sleeve on their arm, all over their chest, all over their neck, and all that kind of stuff. And even on their face, you know what I'm saying? And stuff like that. Yo, that's too much. That's too much. If you look, it's one thing to have, one here, one there, and you can hide it. You can put on a nice, eloquent dress. You know what I'm saying? You can go somewhere fancy and nobody even sees or notices it. You know what I'm saying? But when you got tattoos in places where, you know, it's just hard to hide, you're making it hard on yourself. And y- not just that, you're not thinking long term most of the time because, you know, ladies, if you want to get married and have children, one day you're going to be somebody's grandmother. And those tattoos are not going to look the same, once you're an older woman and you got a whole sleeve on your arm and you got this, you're going to look really bad. It might look cute while you're young in your 20s and stuff, but the older you get, it's not going to look that great. So yeah, and it just shows what type of decision maker you are, you know, and that's what men look at. We judge, we do judge, and we'll look at you and say, you know what, she's beautiful, but she looks like a person that makes a lot of bad decisions in her life, and I don't need that in my life. And it's sad and it sounds harsh, but a lot of men think like that. And there's a lot of harsh things that women think too. So it goes both ways too. There's things that women might look at when they see men and they just mean like, nah, I'm not gonna go for that. You know, he doesn't seem like he can protect me in this type of situation. He doesn't seem like he can do this or do that. You know what I'm saying? So it goes both ways. So this is not me just hashing out on women or anything like that. It's just me telling my version on my side and how a man would look would look at those situations. um so yeah, the dating world is very interesting, online, these dating apps. um I'll be honest, when I'm on these dating apps, I'm normally choosing the prettiest one I can find. um Ladies, no, not just ladies. Okay, I'm going to say this. This is everybody across the board, men and women. Yo, let's be the best versions of ourselves, and let's really take care of ourselves. Like I'm not the healthiest person in the world, but I still go to the gym, at least once a week. At least, you know what I'm saying? I'm still mindful about how many calories I'm putting in my body and all that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Now, I don't always eat healthy or whatever, but I try to maintain something. This whole idea that I'm big and beautiful thing or whatever is not. Look, there are women who are big and beautiful, but um even when you're big, it how do I say this without sounding sounding like I'm bashing? It makes it harder for you. Like your life is harder, like in the dating world, because most people aren't looking for that. Okay. So do what you can to, lose the weight, and exercise and be as healthy as possible. You know, I f- Man, women are super thick nowadays, and I think the thing about it is men are getting, what do you call it? We're we're getting used to it, like, so that means when I say that men are getting used to it, I'm saying that like a big girl with a big butt or something is not anything that's like, ooh, whoa, whoa, ooh, did you see that? I mean, there's some guys that are like that, but now it's just so normal that we don't even care anymore. You know what I'm saying? And that's the problem. You know what I'm saying? Every girl, you don't have to run to be that. You know what I'm saying? Just be the best body type that you have. You know what I'm saying? If you don't have that, don't try to do that. Just be the best fit that you can. If you've always been big all your life, then you might have to work a little bit harder. You know what I'm saying? And, and that's just so you can get the type of person that you want. There's nothing wrong with bettering yourself. I think we need to stop shaming. We need to stop shaming bettering yourself, you know what I'm saying? And making yourself better instead of just saying, "Well, I'm fat and I'm just going to be fat and beautiful or overweight and beautiful." You know, we got to stop doing that cuz it's not helping us. It's not helping men, it doesn't help women, you know what I'm saying? If obesity is a problem, you know what I'm saying? It really is a problem. And the only reason why we push this narrative where you're not supposed to judge or body shame and all that kind of stuff is because there's money behind it. People who make clothes for big people need to make money. You know what I'm saying? People who make who the fashion world nowadays has learned the fashion world has learned that they can use big people. Big people are, overweight people are something they can make money off of, you know. So of course they're going to say, "Oh, don't body shame and all that kind of stuff." No, let me tell you something. Men are always going to body shame. They might not say it out loud, but they're thinking it, and you just won't get picked. You know what I'm saying? Men will just look at you and just be like, "Nah, I'm not good." And what is a good? Let's talk about this. What is a good weight for a woman? All right, I would say for me personally, I like petite women. I like women who are shorter than me. I like women who are a lot smaller than me. I'm about I'm about 200 pounds or so, maybe a little bit more, a little less. I'm around 200 pounds. So I want a woman that I can pick up and carry. You know what I'm saying? If I can't pick her up or carry her or put my arms around her, uh, then you know I'm not really too interested in her. She might be beautiful and everything, but I'm just more like, nah, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Because it just looks like too much work. I'm not for all that. I go to the gym and I lift weights too. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not the biggest buffest guy ever. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, I got a little something, but um I'm not about to be lifting a whole ton of fun. You know what I'm saying? I'm not about to be doing that. I'm not about I'm not about to be doing that. You know, just something that's light and petite. So what I'm saying that, and all men don't like aren't into that, but most guys would probably agree that they like women who are smaller than them because most men want to feel like they're the bigger one, the more dominant one. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, so take that into consideration, that that you know, it's just weird when I see a guy who's like, especially when you see these skinny guys and then they're with these super big women, and you're just like, yo, that just looks so weird. It really does look weird when a woman is bigger than a guy. It just looks weird. That it's the same reason why most women will decline talking to a man who's shorter than them. It's the same reason. It's the same reasoning. Okay. So if you're out there saying, why don't men don't want to talk to big women? It's the same reason why a lot of women don't want to talk to short guys. You know, I'm 5'11 ish, 12, I'm 5'11 ish, almost 6 feet. I'm really close to 6 foot. But I like short girls, and there's a lot of girls who are my height and taller who might, you know, the chances of me talking to them are a lot slimmer. Not saying that I would never talk to a girl my height or taller than me. It's just that because that's just something I would have to get over in my mind. I would have to be able to get over that. Even if a girl is like an inch shorter than me, uh, you know, or so, I'm thinking about, yo, what is it gonna be like when she wears them heels? So that's something I'm thinking about too, and that's something that you can't help. You can't help your height, but you can help your weight. You can't help. You can't help how tall you are. but you can help how many pounds you're taking in and how many pounds you are. That's something we can all control to a certain degree. It's just the only thing is, um, some of us have to work harder than others, and that's just the honest truth. And you just look, if you're a big person, you might have to work harder than other people to get what you want. And that's just something that you have to be aggressive. You just have to be aggressive about it. And just take every one day at a time with it. It's nothing that you gotta rush and do. Just take one day and people will start to notice the change in you. And not only that, people men will be attracted to your discipline. That's one thing men are attracted to, discipline. Look, you could look, there are when I go to the gym, there are women there that aren't necessarily skinny women or petite women, but I see them all the time there and they're working out all the time. That alone is attractive, you know what I'm saying? So just by me seeing them at the gym all the time, it's like, oh, she has a discipline. I mean, discipline will take you a long way, when it comes to being uh uh as far as men being attracted to you, and even women. Women, I'm sure are. I think I don't know, but I think women are attracted to men who are disciplined in certain areas, who have a certain type of discipline. I would think that that's what I would think. So yeah, discipline will take you a long way. Having some type of discipline in your life where you say, okay, so these are the foods that I only eat. Okay, these are this is what I do every day. Now, with the exercise, I was supposed to be at the gym today. I didn't go. I did not go to the gym today. I went yesterday, but I didn't go today. Um, and I need to work out more. I need to work out more. Um, but I need to also work on sleeping because I don't get a lot of sleep. I'm up all night, early in the morning. I'm up, so I get very little sleep these days. But I'm gonna start working out. And once again, if you're just tuning in, please like and subscribe. Hit the bell at the bottom so that you can get more. We're gonna do more talks like these. Um, yeah, man, we're gonna do more talks like these because this is a good conversation. When we're talking about today, we were talking about dating apps, and I'm gonna be honest. I think the dating apps really. I don't know if they bring the best out of people. I can't wait till we get back to meeting people out again. But dating apps is going to probably be the way of the world. So it's something that we just have to figure out how to get better at making ourselves, at marketing ourselves and making ourselves look better for everyone, and making ourselves more appealing, you know. So yeah, so that's my take. I hope you enjoyed yourself, and I'll just say good day. All right, guys. It was great talking to you.